Good evening once again to one and all, to Narayana students and other than Narayana students and the NEET 2021 aspirants. First of all, congratulations. You have shown wonderful interest in attending this session to learn some new things going to be implemented in the coming couple of days. So surely this session will not disappoint you, and very important information we are going to share here on behalf of Narayana Central Office. Now mainly the today discussion is almost NEET exam date. You can see even my background also, just 5 more days left. Then what we have to do in these 5 days? Then how to make ourselves perfect to write the final NEET examination. About this, we are going to start this, we are going to do this session. And along with me, even one more NEET head, BRK sir is also on the line. You can see even sir on the screen. And even Mr. Srikanth Garu, who is along with me taking care of NEET program of Narayana. He is also there on the line. And our respected core deans, many core deans are there on the line. And once again, thank you very much for motivating these many students to come onto the onto this session. Almost 850 plus only in the Zoom, and many students are in the YouTube live. And once again, I wish you very all the best for September 12th, first of all, before starting the session. Now, actually, today, the main thing what I am going to discuss is to improve your confidence. That's it. Because academic wise, nothing to do. You have done already. The last 2 years, you have done that one only. But now, whatever the information you have gathered, whatever the knowledge you gathered, then how to use that to crack final NEET examination, that is very important. Before starting this session, I would like to say one important point. Almost all of you or many of you are still attending some mock tests. Every day you guys are writing the mock test. But after looking at the marks in mock test, some students are almost feeling that I am getting less marks. So definitely I may not fit for the NEET, and surely some other students are born for that. They will only have the eligibility to get the medical seat. Like that, some students, they are feeling. So first I would like to show you the marks which you are getting internally. Definitely not totally match with the final NEET. The reason is the concentration what you are paying towards this internal examination. Similarly, the questions selected by a teacher, when internally when he is selecting almost all models, he try to give in the question paper. So because of these reasons, naturally you will score less here, but you will score definitely good in the final NEET. So I am starting my session by showing that particular small slide, which will definitely help you in order to improve your confidence level. Yes, what I am getting now may be less, but definitely I may also have a very good chance on the final NEET examination day that you will get with the help of this. You just see this. After that, straight away I will start my session. Now, actually, this is a sample I have taken just to show you, not the whole result of Narayana I am showing here, but a sample I have taken just to educate you, motivate you. This is in the yellow column. Last year, the students who were like you, almost in this mode only, because this year, almost Narayana students wrote 20 grand test by this time. Last year, 18 grand test students wrote. Then you can see here what was their mark internally in Narayana exams, what marks they were scoring, and finally what mark they scored in the final NEET examination and what rank they got. Just I want to give a small information to you here, but looking very simple, very small, but surely for majority of the students it will give bundles of confidence. Yes, we can also do that because it happened last year also. Like that you will feel. Then you can see here even more score students got definitely good only, but some less score students also got the top ranks. You can see here. Then highest you can see in this slide, you can see here. Then you can see 636 student who got. Then finally he got 705 and got 26th rank. And similarly, if you go down, the student who got 587 got finally 695. And the student who got 528. So this is not, my dear student, this is not a part test analysis. This is not a single test analysis, but this is estimated average of last year's. Then surely it will match with your present analysis also. So that's why don't worry if you are not scoring high in every examination, because the students who are scoring in highest in every examination, they may not score definitely top in the final NEET. That's why you just observe here, the student who got 528 got 690 finally. And the student who got 591, he got 681. And the student who got 618 got 685. And 595, 686. Like that, you can take many examples here if you come down. If you come down here, you can see 623, 596, 605. I'm talking about all toppers first of all toppers, because on right hand side in green shade you can see what was their final NEET mark. How much difference is there? So surely the students who are going to implement the advices what I am going to give now after this, definitely they will score much better in the final NEET examination. You can see here 518 student got 672 and the 555 student got 673. And like this, if you go down here, this is all only toppers. But giant students, if you take here, look at this here, 491 got 656, 441 got 655. And many students, those who are scoring 400, 450 at this level, please don't lose your confidence, because anything may happen on the final day. Because you are all going to write just 45 bits. Of course, with you are getting 5 additional questions also as choice this year. But thousands of bits you have prepared in botany. Thousands of bits you got focused to zoology. Thousands of bits you have done in physics and chemistry. Then after all, you are going to write on the day just 45 bits. Who knows, those 45 bits, surely your known questions may come. Who knows? Don't come to a conclusion and don't give up that now just I am scoring just 400, 450, 300, 350. So I am not fit for the final NEET. Like that you don't feel. Not only in Narayana, the students who came from outside also, maybe you are writing some mock tests, but in those mock tests, even if your score is less also, don't worry. This is a live example to you. This is a live example. So like this, if you go down here, so all giant students I am showing here. If you go down, you can see here 438 student is there and 535 student is there. So like this, if you go here, more 400s are there. You can find here 471, 445, 387. The student wrote almost 11 mock tests out of 18 last year in Narayana, and he got 387 here, and his physics score was just 63 average. His chemistry score was 90, his zoology score was 112, and chemistry botany score was 124. But finally, he got 634 and joined in a best medical college. So 100%, don't lose your confidence and don't give up. So like that, if you go down, even 398 student got 630. Even 411 student got 630. 421 student got 627. So definitely this slide have given a full confidence to you. The internal mark which we are scoring now may be less, but there is a bright chance to score the good mark in the final NEET examination. First, if you feel that, you will get enough positive energy. You will 100% crack on the final day. That's why, first of all, leave all your negative thoughts. After all, to get a medical seat in any state, 500, 550, 600, 550, maximum 550 plus if you can score, definitely you can get a medical seat in a college. So that's why, don't give up. Just be confident and do your level best. This is from this you got. From this small slide, I have shown you, because lot of information is there. I can show you a lot of things, but my intention is not to spend much of my time here. But only one final point I would like to conclude here. Even if you are scoring less in these mock tests, there are bright chances to score the best in the final NEET. So just be confident. Now, let's go to the original session. Actually, what I'm going to show you now. In these days, academics I have not included anywhere. You can see here, just the students having the confidence, I can do it, and having a better planning, the coming 4-5 days, how to study, if they have a better plan, and also better balance, these three are playing vital role. You should have good confidence, you should have a better planning, and you should have a better mental balance. Then ultimately success will be yours. All right, this is the first point I would like to say, and the last point also the same I'm going to show you. Now for this, how to plan, how to do the coming 3-4 days, what to do, what not to do, that if you see, you go to this. I'm going to divide the whole into these 3 points. One is academic plan. The second one is administrative plan, and the third one is the mental balance plan. So your success depends on these 3 areas. If a student plan properly the academics in the coming 4 days, I told you what to study, what not to study, how to study, how many hours we have to study, and which chapters we have to study. Then in that chapter, what we have to study, if they plan properly, they will be the ultimate winner. Then administrative plan what? Administrative plan means how many hours we have to study and how many hours we have to sleep, and why we have to write a mock test, and all these will come in the administrative plan. I will give you in detail each and every one to you, everything to you. Then finally mental balance plan. Then I will tell you when time comes one by one. Then if I explain this, then I think definitely you will get the best advantage. First of all, the academic plan what? You can see here, academic plan means what to study. Generally, the students will feel that final NEET examination line to line will come from NCERT. So let me read once again more number of lessons in NCERT book and a line to line in NCERT book. Like that, with anxiety they will try to study all, but you have hardly 4 to 5 days. How can we complete? That's why don't try to read line to line of your total textbook, and mainly new books, new material, new content, please don't touch. That's a very, very important point you have to remember. Then what to do? I told you, don't read line to line, don't read new content, Don't touch new textbooks, I told you. Then what to do? Then short notes prepared by you while regular study. The whole 2 years, you studied a lot. With a perfect plan, you studied. You made short notes of every lesson. Very important points you might have prepared, you might have written. And that particular short notes only will help you at this particular point of time. Then even in the short notes, more you focus on highlighted points like in biology, scientific names and examples, morely because the questions will be framed on this. Similarly, in physics, formulae and graph related questions. Similarly, in chemistry, mechanisms in organic chemistry, and also groups. If inorganic chemistry, if you take, you know that inorganic chemistry is going to help you a lot, but many times you might have studied it and you have noted down so many points on that. So that points you have to study at this particular point of time. Even now, I am going to show you another very important point here. Then what is actually the weightage? Which chapters? Because I told you almost 100 chapters are there in biology, physics and chemistry, but time is not there to revise. But which chapters we have to focus? A scientific calculation I am giving here, which is purely taken on the previous 8 years test papers. I have done this exercise. You can see here in physics, if you take, just I am recommending out of 15. So this is only, my dear students, my suggestion. But what best you feel, you do. What best your teachers are suggesting, you do that. These are all my views and vision. So please, if you feel good, if you feel comfortable, you please follow this. Physics, if you take, so these are all the lessons which are having an average of 5 or more than that. You can see here, thermal physics, 61 questions came from 2013 to 20 on an average of 5 questions. Modern physics, 55 questions on an average of 5. Current electricity, 37. If you want, you can take a photograph of this one also, because these are recommending on the base of previous year's weightages. So if you focus on these particular, so definitely you can do something in physics. Then with the help of these lessons, what is happening? How many you can able to score? Minimum 35 to 36 questions out of 50, not even 45. Previous years 45 is given, that's why it is written 45. But you know well now, 50 questions are asking, 50 questions are giving. Out of that, 35, 36 in physics, if you do, definitely you will be getting the best rank. So this is all about the physics. Then if you go to chemistry, so this is also based on the 8 years. I have given SPDF blocks. On this, nearly 77 questions are asked, and on an average 6 questions. Like that, different lessons I have given here. So I don't want to tell in detail about this. You take a photo of this one and you can discuss with your teachers whether it is correct or not. You take the opinion of your teachers also. Finally, whatever your teacher says, you implement that one only. But in my point of view, in my study, what I found is these lessons are definitely very, very helpful to the student. And if you follow this, surely you will be getting minimum 40 questions you can able to do in chemistry for a score of 160. I don't think which is less score, right? Then if you go to biology, no need to show biology, because from the beginning you might have studied the whole biology in a very systematic way. Because biology means NCERT textbook line to line. If you go to your board exams, also definitely the content will be taken from the NCERT only. So surely majority of the students might have prepared biology thoroughly, but even though I am going to show you some particular topics which are going to help you on the base of previous 8 years questions. There is the genetics and the ecology, plant physiology, and plant diversity and cell biology, human production. This is a life cycle of angiosperm. These 7 lessons, these 7 concepts. If you learn properly, you can able to do 5 or more than that. And moreover, out of these, if you go through these lessons, you can able to touch 75 questions, which will give you 300 marks. So surely these weightage will give you a very clear idea, because altogether I gave you very less number of lessons because you have studied a lot. You don't worry at this moment of time. You don't ask yourself that whether you have studied it or not. I am telling you, you have studied. Only the thing is, just before going to the examination, final revision you are doing, and in that final revision, which lessons are having the more weightage, you are focusing more on that. Except that, nothing. And even in these lessons also, as I suggested in the beginning, don't go to new books, don't go to new materials. Whatever you have already studied, whatever you have already written, you please focus on that. This is all about this. And also, mostly, if you go to say physics, don't study each and every lesson of the physics, because even the lessons which I have shown, those lessons also 20 lessons almost I have shown, but all those 20 lessons, each and every point you cannot study. Then if it is better, the notes which you have already formed, maybe your teachers or you have made these kind of notes. So in the final stage, this kind of study will definitely help you a lot. Say for example, physics, if you take, capacitance is a concept. Then on capacitance, almost all formulae in a single page. Then very easy, very easy to revise this. Then if you revise it daily this one, then tomorrow if any question comes from capacitors, easily you can recall the formulae and you can easily do. So that's why you have to make, already you had these kind of notes, you have to go through only such notes only. So like this here, you can say physics. Similarly in biology, like that, you can find, some maps. You can see here. See, biology means not line to line, not page to page. Say for example, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. The whole lesson is in one flowchart form. Then really if you go through that, because for parents, for me, for others, it looks like a jungle, but for student, definitely they feel it is a lot of 5 to 6 pages information is given in only one page. So these kind of notes which you have already prepared, if you go through, it will be very, very useful to you. This is all about the academic plan. So I don't want to brief once again. So academic plan means this one only. That's simple. Don't study all the lessons. Only you study some important short notes prepared by you. Then highlighted points in that one. And those highlighted points already I have shown to you. This is only the academic plan. And the second one is the administrative plan. What is administrative plan? You can see here. How to divide the day schedule. How many hours you should study and how many hours you should sleep. How to set biological clock of our body and what kind of diet should we follow. Then in this one, I will give you in detail, first of all, how to divide a day schedule. That I am going to show you in the next slide. Then how many hours you should study. I recommend in this final stage, as already you have studied a lot, and in these 4 or 5 days, per day, 6 to 7 hours study is enough. 6 to 7 hours. This is only just my recommendation, because many of the parents may not accept this. Many of the parents may be feeling that, sir, they have to study more now these many days, because final 3-4 days left. You are saying that only 6 to 7 hours, but scientifically I am telling you, because if more they study also, they cannot keep that, they cannot store that in their brain. So that also I'm going to show you how many hours means hardly 6 hours to 7 hours maximum. Then 3 hours they have to spend in writing mock test. which is very, very important. The importance of the mock test also I am going to show you in coming slides. But remember, 6 hours to 7 hours study and 3 hours mock test is very, very, very important. And then how many hours should we sleep? That also very well known, because majority of the students' parents are the doctors. Then minimum 6 hours you'll say, but in these days I recommend you 7 to 8 hours sleep, because in any examination concentration plays a vital role. Then that concentration will come from where? If you sleep, if you have a good sleep, if you have a good diet, then automatically you feel relaxed, you feel more healthy, and automatically you can write examination with maximum energy levels. If you are not sleeping, because majority of the students in the last 4-5 months, definitely 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours only they slept. But if you continue that, then definitely on the examination day, 100% they will feel drowsiness or giddiness. That's why you should have good sleep of 7 to 8 hours. And how to set the biological clock? This is very, very crucial. This is very crucial. Why? Because your body got habituated certain planning now. You will take your lunch at 1 o'clock and you will sleep night at 11:30, 12 o'clock. And just I told you 5 hours, 4 hours only you will sleep, because you are very anxious to learn more and more things. That's why you are sleeping less. And if your body is got habituated for that, then how on the final examination day, how you will take your lunch? Simple example I am asking you. Your body, every day you are taking lunch at 1 o'clock. Then examination day, by 1 o'clock or 12:30, you should be in the examination hall. Then how? If your biological clock is not set for that, then definitely it will give you a big trouble. You may be thinking, sir, why you are giving this particular point that much stress? Now 100% with experience I am telling you. My daughter already wrote this exam 2 years back. I know well. That's why tomorrow onwards, first you try to take lunch at 11:30 to 12 in between. So definitely if any different feeling if you get also, so in 2-3 days you will get habituated for that. But on the last day, Sunday, when you are going at 11:30 to 12, if you have your lunch happily, then you will get enough energy to write examination from 2 to 5. So this is very important. And how much food you have to take in the lunch, also very, very important. If you take more food, you will get giddiness feeling. If you take less food, naturally that energy will not make you to concentrate all 3 hours. So taking of the food also very important. So practice from tomorrow onwards only how much food you are taking, and that energy is helping you or not in writing the mock test. You check it, then you will be getting some estimation, some idea. So 11:30 and 12 in between, if you eat your lunch, if you take your lunch before going into examination hall, 1 or 2 bananas if you eat, then it will be more than enough for you. So that's why our biological clock of our body should 100% match with final examination day's biological clock. So on that day, if you are waking up at 6 o'clock, tomorrow also you have to wake up at 6 o'clock. On that day, if you are taking lunch at 11:30, tomorrow also you have to take lunch at 11:30 only. On that day, if you are writing exam 2 to 5, tomorrow also you write exam 2 to 5 only. So like that, you have to give enough training to your body so that on Sunday it won't feel new, and 100% it will you will perform the best on that day. Then what kind of diet should be followed? This is no need to explain, because your mother is better for this, your parents are better for this. They will suggest you the better diet. But if they suggest something and you are saying, no, I want chicken, I want mutton, I want fish. Many such students are there. Definitely I know, because my son also will say the same thing. Then definitely the coming 3-4 days, what happens we cannot comment, because health is very, very, very important. If health is not cooperating, the whole 2 years dream will be 100% wasted up on that day. That's why diet is very important. And which diet we have to take, you ask your parents. And very light food we have to take. We have to avoid spicy food. We have to avoid bakery food. We have to avoid burgers, pizzas, and all these kind of food. Only very, very plain diet you take. Definitely the coming 3-4 days, if you do that, 100% you will be very healthy to fit to write the final examination day. Now in detail, I am giving this one. You just see here, 6 a.m. my suggestion, this is my advice, 6 a.m. you have to wake up, and after that 30 minutes to 1 hour you have to do either yoga or walking, because this will 100% make you active. If it is not habit for you also, you have to do that. Coming 4 days is enough. 50 day 100%, somewhat your body will get habituated for this. So 6 a.m. you have to wake up. So 30 minutes to 1 hour you have to do some exercise, sit-ups, walking, yoga like this. So make yourself fresh, and 7 a.m. light and healthy breakfast you take. Then 7:30 to 11:30. 7:30 to 11:30 preparation time. 4 hours. I told you just now that 4 hours very important. Each subject 1 hour if you give also, that 4 hours happily you can revise 2 to 3 lessons, because you are not going to study the whole book. You are not going to study pages together. You are going to study only the main points. Very important. A summary of that particular lesson. So definitely it is enough. Then 11:30 to 12, I told you lunch. Definitely don't laugh at this point. 100% it is important for you. Otherwise you will be in trouble on the final day, because in hurry, in anxiety, you will not take lunch on the final day. Then without taking the food, if you go to the examination, already examination tension is there. Then even if food is also not taken properly, then you cannot concentrate. That's why these 4-5 days try to take, then definitely it will be very helpful to you. Then what? After that what? 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. just revise some important points which you feel help in the mock test, because mock test is very, very crucial. So before going to mock test, you just revise 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. important formulae or some memory points or the concepts which are regularly troubling you while writing examinations. Because already you wrote many exams. In these exams, you got enough idea that which concept is troubling you and which concept when you are doing, you are always getting confusion. Like say for example in physics, motion of a boat in a river concept is there. Then shortest path is one concept, shortest time is one concept. But every time you are doing the mistake on this. Then that's why you are not supposed to get tension or irritation on that. You have to revise as much as possible. Every day you revise on that. Then such volatile topics means the topics which are keeping you in balance. Such topics, once if you go through, then you will go to the exam with confidence. Then 2 to 5, you have to write exam just like the final NEET examination. This is very important. And what is the importance of this, I will tell you. Then 5 to 5:30 p.m. you just relax, have some snacks and spend with your mother, spend with your father, with your good persons who will give a good company to you. Relax for some time. Don't worry about the exam. What you have written in the exam, don't worry about this hour. Just relax for some time. Then 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. do a genuine review on the question paper. Today I wrote mock test. Genuinely. No need to explain anyone, but you have to give explanation to yourself. Then today's exam, which questions I made correct, which questions I made mistake, and which questions which questions without reading the total question I did the mistake, and which question known but I did the mistake. What is the reason for that? Did I read all the 4 options, or only the first option I thought correct, that's why I kept the first option, but more appropriate option is the 4th one, but I didn't see that option? Like that you have to analyze. Like some questions, question will be given, which of the following is not correct, but you studied it as which of the following is correct. So because of that reason you lost the answer. Then if you learn such things na, examination day, definitely you will not repeat those mistakes. And please remember, you make it as a habit that on keywords, under the keywords, compulsory you have to make underline, so that it will save the time. No need to read the second time the question, because the keywords all you are underlining, then your focus while answering will go towards the keywords, then definitely you will not do the silly mistake. Then I told you some, which is correct, which is not correct, which are equal, which are not examples, which are not matching. Like this, definitely your question paper, my dear students, you remember, your question paper will set by one teacher only. But the final NEET question paper, each subject, minimum 20 to 25 teachers together will give the question paper. Then they will always think not difficult questions. Remember, not difficult questions, but they will try to test the student by giving the closest options. So your talent is that one only. If anyone read the question and feels that the first option is correct, because they will set the question paper like that, because they have to filter 70,000 out of 16 lakhs students. They have no other option, because the content is definitely known content. They cannot go beyond the content. They have to give definitely within the content. So what they will try to do is, they will try to give the closest options where you will definitely feel difficult. That's why you practice exam like that only. I told you just now, I'm not going to tell you these points once again on the examination day, what you have to do. I'm not going to tell that, but now only I'm telling you. So please remember this. Please remember. Then that analysis you do. Happily you go for dinner. 7:30 to 8 p.m. you have to go to dinner. Then 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. exam errors related concepts revision. Because you have done a thorough review in 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Then on those errors, you have to learn some concepts if anything is required. And in and around of those concepts, if you learn, it will be very, very useful. And if not interested, that exam errors are well-known errors only. So no need to study once again, because those mistakes, you have done it. But those if you are doing the mistakes, as I told you just now, due to a volatile concept, a concept which is keeping you in dilemma always. So such concepts daily evening you study for 1 hour to 2 hours. Daily you study those concepts. A river, I told you, a boat crossing a river. Then in such concept, you will definitely, similarly latent heat, specific heat in heat. So where we have to take latent heat, because in both the cases he will ask here. He will do the same, he will give the question in the same form. But latent heat is different, specific heat is different. So to avoid the confusion, you have to study such concepts which will give you the trouble in the exam every day, 1.5 hours. Then go to sleep around at 10 to 10:30. At 10 to 10:30, happily you go to sleep. If you are not sleeping today, then before examination day, how you will sleep? That's why I told you, set your biological clock of your body. If you are not practicing today, you cannot do it on Saturday, this coming Saturday. That's why you go to bed today only at 10 o'clock. Sir, you told I will go to bed, but I will take mobile phone and I will spend much of my time in Facebook, in WhatsApp, in Instagram up to 12:30. Then I will sleep. Please don't do like this. You sleep on the bed. Then what is the best technique? You know well here. So simply if you watch a movie, we will not sleep. Simply if you are chatting with others, we will not sleep. But if you take a textbook now, immediately will sleep now. That technique only you implement here. Sleep happily. Just recall what you have learned today's morning. So one by one, wherever you recall, within 10 minutes you will sleep happily. Like this you practice, then definitely your body clock will be set to the final exam. And one more important point, this is my idea. If your teachers are giving better ideas, you follow that. If your deans are giving better ideas, you follow that. If your parents are giving best ideas than this, you follow that. This is only out of my experience, and by gathered some intellectual opinions, I have presented this. Then, if you go to the next, then what is the use of mock test writing? Because majority of the students are not writing the mock test. You speak with any individual, any expert, they will first suggest you do write mock test. Do write mock test. Every expert will suggest this one only. Majority of the student thinking that I am wasting 3 hours in the mock test. Instead of that, let me study those 3 hours also. I will gather lot of information and that will help me in the final exam. Like that they are feeling. But my dear students, how much information you are storing in the memory is not important. But how much the information stored in the memory helping in the exam is very important. I am repeating. How much information you are storing in the memory is not important. But the information which you stored already, how much it is helping in the exam is important. Because at the end of the day, results plays a vital role. Then if your memory is not good, you are not testing that memory during these examinations, then only you will come to know on the final examination day that your memory is not supporting you, then you will not get the success. That's why please accept 11th day. 11th means September 11th. In all days, 8th, 9th, 10th, 3 more days left for you. You write compulsory a mock test, and if possible, even on 11th, if you write also, I won't say any objection, because your body should habituate for that, so that September 12th exam also, you will feel like that. If at all possible, you go to different relatives' houses and you write there in order to get different atmospheres to write final exam. And one more thing I will tell you, but that later. Here one by one I will tell you. To do error rectification, this already I told you very detailedly. Error rectification means just I told you for what reason you are doing that error and how to rectify that. Genuinely, if you do this, then naturally you will get very good marks on the final day. Just I told you, because you are not reading the question totally out of anxiety, some question you are reading, and with that you are coming to a conclusion and you are answering. Because of that reason you are losing the mark. Then you rectify that in the next day examination. Like that, if you practice, final examination day definitely will do better. And to know your weak areas, where you are struggling, you will identify only when you write a mock test. And to find out time management during exam, this is also very important. No? Many of the students will try to ask me the question, sir, what we have to write? First biology, first physics, or first chemistry? And how to manage the time? This I am telling you, if anybody is giving you the advice, don't take it, because you are going to play it. You know better than anybody else. For example, you are very strong in physics, then why you will choose biology? You tell me. So there is no rule like that. 80-85% of the student will follow the pattern of biology chemistry, physics. Really, if you are willing to do that, you practice like that only. But last point I told you, to set a perfect paper answering mechanism. See, the students who will sleep on 11th September happily means those who got a perfect paper answering mechanism, because they have a rigid idea in them. Yeah, tomorrow first I will start biology, I will finish in first 50 minutes, then I will start chemistry, then I will complete that in next 50 minutes, then I will start physics, then I will finish in the next 50 minutes, then 30 minutes left for me. In these 30 minutes, once again I'll go to first biology, whatever the questions I left, those questions I will try. Then I will go to chemistry, those questions I will try. Like that, a perfect mechanism you have to adopt. The students who are not adopting a perfect mechanism, 100% they will be facing lot of trouble on the final day. So that practice you have to do in mock test only. And I am not suggesting you how much time for each subject. Your teachers will give you the better knowledge on this. But adopt something, paper difficult or tough, whatever it may be, you go on with your mechanism. That's why tough for example, I will tell you, please let me tell you this detailedly. For example, biology you started, but at your stage 4 to 5 questions you got tough. Then immediately you went to physics. Then physics 4 to 5 questions you got tough. Then immediately you went to chemistry, say for example. Then what happens here? You don't know how many questions you have done in biology, how many still left, how much time is left. Then it will create lot of nuisance in the examination. In return, it will give unnecessary pressure to you. That's why happily you keep certain time limit for each and every examination, and cushion time 10 minutes to 50 minutes in each subject you keep a cushion time, so that if any tough is there, then if you jump to the next one, then you can come back to last 15 minutes and you can do the left questions in the subject. That's why that 100% you have to adopt. That's a final point I get here, to set a perfect paper answering mechanism. Every individual is having different paper answering mechanism. There is no universal rule for this. You ask yourself where you are strong, that subject you start first. Happily you do that. Then you go to next subject, then you go to next subject. But anything you have to practice such, like if what is not there also on the final day, what is not there also, then you will get such kind of estimation. If you practice that, then only it happens. That's why mock test is a mandatory for you to write. Then to give OMR bubbling practice, because you are aware of this year paper pattern is changed. Paper pattern, once upon a time means last year it was different, this year different. So this year paper pattern is like this year. The new OMR sheet is like this. 200 questions are given. Then definitely your deans, your teachers, your principals might have given enough information. But once again, I am telling from my side, see, this is the Narayana institution is conducting the exam on this OMR sheet, which is totally suggested and given by NTA only. As it is, you are going to find this kind of OMR in the final NEET on September 12th. So that's why don't worry. Then if you habituate for this, then definitely final exam will not trouble you. See, A section 35 questions. You answer all 35 because no choice is there. Then you go to 35 to 50, 36 to 50. In this, what is the mechanism? Please listen to me carefully. The first answered 10 bits will be considered. First attempted 10 bits will be considered. Say for example, 36 attempted, 37 attempted, 38 attempted, 3 over na. Then 39 you have not attempted, 40 attempted, 4, 41 attempted, 5, 42 attempted, 6, 47, 43 attempted, 7, 44 attempted, 8, 45 not attempted, 46 not attempted, 47 attempted, 9, 48 attempted, 10 over. Say for example, you know 49 question also. 49th question if you answer, it is correct only, but they won't consider. They won't consider. That's why the using of OMR also going to play a very vital role, because 49th question you are trying to do means definitely you are spending some time to read the question. Then where this time will get? Because 180 questions, 180 minutes means for each question 1 minute you are getting here. Then if you want to do some extra bits, then normally what will happen? Then your time definitely will become short. That's why once 10 over, then don't go to the 11th question, because nothing you can do with the 11th question. Nothing you can do with the 11th one. That's why only you answer 10. But majority of the students are thinking that if I attempt all 15, correct 10 will be considered, because choice means that one only. No, sorry. This is a rule given by NTA only, not correct 10, but only first attempted 10 will be considered. That's why once in section B, 10 questions over, then don't go to 11th question. Then you can save the time. And all these you have to fill. If anyone is writing in online, I recommend you, please ask your dean and principal to send this in WhatsApp. You ask your parent to take Xerox, and coming 2-3 days, you practice at your home to write on the OMR sheet. Otherwise, this will definitely keep you away from the success. See, this is not negative I'm talking about, but I am telling you some precaution here. If you are not practicing our OMR, definitely it will create a lot of trouble, because in online means just you will put tick mark there. That's enough. But here, bubbling OMR is very, very difficult. So that's why you practice on this. And also one more important point is, very, very important point is, after answering all questions, shall I bubble? Or along with answering, shall I bubble? This is a $1 million question in majority of the students. I am covering all the points here, because I know your questions, because you no need to raise your hand, no need to post your question. I know well. That's why I am covering all the points. See, that also depends on you. I recommend then immediately bubble is good. But while bubbling, you just see which question you are trying to answer, and every time you see that number and you bubble that. Because many of the students I have seen in my career, majority of the students, they have done mistake because of the order changed. They want to put 25th bit, but they kept at 26. From their order will get damaged. Because of that, they will lose the marks. That's why. But anything, now sir, I got habituated. First I will solve all the questions. Then I will bubble means okay. Don't deviate from your mechanism. That's why I am telling you. Just adopt a perfect mechanism. With the help of that only, finally you write examination. But without having the clarity, don't go to the exam. This is my sincere advice to you. This is all about OMR bubbling. And then if you go to, this is what to check energy levels for whole 3 hours. Then 3 hours means 180 minutes. The first minute how much energy you have, 180th minute also you should have the same energy in order to finish it successfully. So that energy levels daily you check. So that's why mock test means every exam you have to take as September 12th exam only. Those students will have more success rate than the students who are feeling this is only mock test now, so let me write it easily. So please don't consider like this. This is all about the administrative plan. Academic plan means study. Administrative plan means these are all. Then after this, why mental balance? The third point. So I told you academic plan, I told you administrative plan with relative examples, and all these I have explained. And finally, mental balance. Why? Why can't we have the mental imbalance, you tell me? Why? 4 subjects, botany, zoology, physics, chemistry, 100 plus chapters in all together. Then in this one, some thousands of concepts and some thousands of questions. 720 days work, but testing in just 3 hours. And that test only going to decide your whole 2 years work, your all 4 subjects knowledge, your all 100 plus chapters information. Then naturally we feel tension. But remember, don't feel tension, because it is not only for you, na? Is it only for you? So that's why you should have mental balance. You have to plan it. That's why I told you mental balance plan. It is also you have to practice from now onwards. The imbalanced students 100% will get the failures. So you practice that mental balance. Why? The first question I am asking you, is it only for you? No, no. It's all for 16 lakhs students. The same thing is happening now. Then why you are only feeling tension? Definitely, even though 4 subjects you have learned it, even though 100 plus chapters you have learned it, 720 days you worked hard, lot of information is gathered and stored in the memory. Like for example, if my salary I am getting, say for example 1 lakh, I am not using 1 lakh the whole 1 month, na? I am saving some amount, say for example a 50,000 I am saving. Then where I will use? Then after 20 years, when I am not able to do the work, there the amount which I have saved now, that will only I will use there. Here also, the 720 days you have done wonderful work. First you believe this. Don't laugh on this. Mia, I have done work. No sir, I have enjoyed. No student will do like that. First you believe it. Even if you do also, but now your work, whatever less work you have done, definitely that work is going to help you on the final day. So that's why testing in 3 hours, testing in 1 hour, testing in 10 minutes, don't worry, because they are going to listen. Kaan khol ke suno. Please listen this very clearly. They are going to ask the questions which are very familiar to you. They are not going to ask who is the Prime Minister of Prime Minister's second daughter's third son's name of Mongolia. They are not going to ask the question like this, na? Then why you are worrying? Even though they are going to ask in these 3 hours from these 4 subjects which are very familiar to you, 100 chapters, many times you revised, 720 days work only you have done. Then you think positively like that, then you will not feel tension. Both shades I told you. Then in one way if you think, it will create tension. In another way if you think, it will create lot of confidence. So that's why lot of mental balance is very, very important. For that, what we have to do, listen this one. This is very, very important. How to get the mental stability. Improve positive attitude. Always you think positively. Don't think negative. I can. I think you're all, you watched 3 Idiots movie. In that, all is well. How best it is? That is what the positive attitude. Think always positive. Because even if you think negative at this moment, you cannot do anything. You can't. Because time over. Last 4 days left. Even if you think now negative, I didn't learn anything, I have to learn a lot, oh, I wasted unnecessarily my time. Like this, if you think also, nothing will come. That's why just believe in yourself. I told you, I have shown in the first slide only, the students who were scoring less also, finally they got 600 plus mark. Even this time also, paper you are going to get like that only. 100%, 130 to 140 questions only you need. Remember, underline this, 130 to 140 questions only you need, which are going to give you medical seat. That 130, 140 always will give in any paper very easy. That's why be confident, improve your positive attitude. Success will be yours. Then go to next point. Avoid negative persons. Yes, because you see here in the figure also I have given, one student is sitting there and many people are coming and saying that it is not possible, Ray. Last year also I have seen my nephew did like this only. Finally he got 100 marks and he was a failure. So definitely 16 lakh students are writing. After all, 70,000 medical seats are there. How it is possible? Don't expect that much, Ray. Just enjoy, leave it. You will not get anyhow. Like that, some negative persons will be in surrounding of you. Please avoid those persons. Always you spend your time with your well-wishers only, who will always motivate you, who will always guide you positive, who will always raise your energy levels. Such persons, if you meet, you will be 100% successful at the end of the day. Then don't think about the result. This is another very, very important point. Result will not be decided in the coming 2-3 days work, na? Your whole 2 years work. And also in any competitive examination, please listen, very valid point here. In any competitive examination, your result will not only depends on your work, but your result will be affected by others' work also. I have shown one analysis to you. Say, for example, the first one, why the first student did not get the first rank, who was almost 693.23, first rank in Narayana group, but he got 184 rank. The student who got 29th rank in Narayana group finally got 26th rank. How it is possible, you tell me? Because your result, not only your work, but the others' work also play a vital role, because this is a relative rank. That's why when result is not in your hand, why should you think about your result, and why unnecessarily you become anxious? Don't worry about the result. Do your work sincerely. Always result will be in favor of you. Then go for some relaxation techniques, breathing exercises. Very, very important, this one. Then these are the proved techniques also. Even during exam, always remember, always, even during the exam also, suddenly you feel some kind of low feeling. I am not getting anything. All answers are not matching with my calculations. What happened? Why paper came like this tough? All others are writing. So don't look at the others. This is very important on the examination day. Somebody will act also. Even if they don't know anything also, they will say, they will show themselves like they know everything. Then you will become a fool. So don't look at the surroundings on the final day. Just look at your paper, yourself. This is only your world on that day. This also you practice a lot. And that day, if you feel at any time a low feel, I am not able to do that. Why questions are not coming? There you stop answering. Stop answering. Just to 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. Take long breath, release it. Like this, do some relaxation technique for 1 minute. 1 minute, 100% will give you a lot of energy levels. This is a proved fact, not by me, but many intellectuals will do like that. So this is what improve your mental stability, which is required. You take a photograph of this, and all points in these 4 points what I have given to improve your mental stability definitely will help you. This is all about your 3 plans. That is academic plan, I told you detailedly. Then administrative plan, I told you detailedly. Then mental plan. Mental plan, I told you very detailed. Then what? Concentration. This is very, very, very important. Once mental stability is formed, your concentration will be very high. Always look at your target. Look at this here. How far he is from the target is not important, but the whether the bullet is hitting the target or not. Like that, for you also, you have to only aim on your success. So don't look at the surroundings. The surroundings may not be favor to you, but definitely you will be the winner. And for this particular for one, the only this circle, targeted circle, he can able to see. And for Arjuna, only the eye of fish is visible for him, nothing other than that. Like that, when you are studying, when you are studying ideally, then focus on this. But don't sit in your room and don't enjoy the music playing in the hall in your TV. Don't sit in your room and don't enjoy the others' jokes and all these things playing in another corridor. So just keep away from these all surroundings. Put high concentration, and each and every day you should feel that this concept only going to help me in the NEET examination. Question is going to ask from this concept only. If I am not learning this concept properly now, definitely I cannot answer on September 12th. So let me read this with more concentration. Like that you feel, like that you study. Definitely that concept will help you on the final day. So every concept tomorrow onwards you are revising, every concept is going to help you on September 12th. That you have to study with this much of concentration. This is all about the preparation and all this. Then finally, in the final segment I came here, that is what we have to do before examination day, what we have to do on examination day. In a simple words, I would like to tell you, because these are all aware of you. But once if I say, it will be one kind of satisfaction for me. See, before examination day, just keep yourself cool. Because tomorrow, anyhow, you are going to be the winner. Tomorrow, anyhow, at 6 o'clock, you are going to declare yourself that you are going to be a doctor. Then why you are worrying? Even if you feel tense on Saturday, will you become a doctor? Is there any qualification like the students who are feeling more tense on 11th? They will become doctors. If anybody says like that, you feel tense. But don't feel tense. Just be cool, be relaxed. Everything what is to be done, you have done already. Just imagine, first the NEET date was given on August 1st. If August 1st they would have conducted this exam, what happened? Then you got 42 days extra now. These 42 days also you have worked hard now. Then why you are worried? Just be cool and ask your parent to go to the examination center where it is. Because this is more crucial. We have seen in our career many students who are not aware of the examination center. So you please remember this, very, very important. 100% you ask your parent to go to nearby center and check it and how much distance it is. This examination day, you please ask your parent to go and check how far it is. Then definitely the time estimation definitely will help you. What are the traffic jam areas in that? Say for example, if it is taking 1 hour to go to examination hall, then you have to start minimum half an hour before that. Of course, your parents will take utmost care on this, but just I am giving you the idea. So then this is another very, very important thing here I'm showing you. This is before examination day. Before examination day, don't think paper is easy or tough or what will my rank. All this, don't worry about this, because I told you just back some time back. See, these are all not going to help you. Only the way is you have to just do your work, and 100% you will be the winner. You will be the winner. So just keep this in your mind and just go to the exam. Anyhow, see, this is another very, very important thing you just remember. That is irritating conditions in the examination hall. This is also very, very important. Say for example, fan is not working, right? So if fan is not working, then definitely it will irritate. Then you just imagine yourself that even though it is not working, then you have to write well. Even dusty atmosphere is there, then you have to write. Then rough behavior of the invigilator. These are all very, very important. Even our previous students told all these facts. That's why just I am taking this in front of you. Then you can see here the instructions which plays very, very important role. The candidates, in all these instructions you read and go to the examination hall on the examination. Even the dress code is also given, and this dress code very, very important. If this dress code you are not implementing on the examination day, then you will be in trouble. Then finally, you have to be happy on and wait for September 12th, because it's a big day. It's a big day for you. And you have to welcome this day with a lot of cheers on your face, with a lot of cheers on your face, with a lot of happiness, with a lot of laughs. Why? Because after 12th, no studies, no exams, no tensions, only happiness. Right? So no another burdens to you. That's why don't worry. Just welcome it with lot of happiness. Your 2 years dream is coming into a reality. Then just face it with smiles on your face, and 100% you will be getting the success. And very all the best from Narayana institutions, from you, from Narayana institutions to all of you. And one more thing I would like to show here is, the neet card is released, admit card is released yesterday night only. And in this one, some important precautions are also given. You please check all those here: candidate's photo, candidate's left hand thumb impression, candidate's signature to be signed on the day of examination in presence of invigilator. So here you are not supposed to sign here, but here candidate's parent signature you have to take. Similarly, left hand thumb, all these you have to be put on the day of examination in presence of invigilator. So this also you have to do in presence of invigilator. Similarly, candidate's photo, same as uploaded on application form, to be pasted before reaching the center. So like this, you can see here, admit card, you go through properly here. One postcard size photograph also you have to paste before going to the examination hall. Similarly, you have to do some self-declaration form also there in the first page. And then important instructions are given, and each and every important instruction you read properly, and definitely you will be cracking on September 12th. So you don't worry for anything here. Success is waiting for you. You will be the winner, because not one, not two, not three, nearly 70,000 medical seats are waiting for you. Definitely you will be getting, and no one is eligible more than to you, because you have done wonderful work here. More work is not done by anybody else except you. That's why just be happy, smiles on your face. Properly you plan these 4-5 days, whatever the suggestions I have given, and crack neet with 100%, come out with the success, because your mother and father is waiting outside of examination hall on September 12th to look cheers on your face. So definitely the moment when you come out here, you can see, your parents will see like this, my daughter is coming or not, my son is coming or not. The moment when they see first, immediately they'll ask, how did you write, ma? How's the paper? Then immediately if you say, wow, excellent mommy, I wrote excellent dad, then the happiness you see in their face, then you cannot buy with crores of rupees also. Wait for that, and you can do it. You can do it. All the best from Narayana institutions to each and every student. Thank you very much for attending this session.